We're here in Ice Arena, Wales for our midweek catch-up with Devils player coach Andrew Lord. And Andrew, every week's big, but this week is pretty big. Manchester in a key game on Friday night, and then a certain cup final on Sunday.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this, really. Friday is going to be very, very tough. Manchester's a great team, very difficult building to play in. They got a good structure in there, and we've already had some very close games, earlier in the season. So I don't expect anything different. We're going to need to prepare accordingly, and once we get out of that out of the way, Sunday is going to be one heck of a night in front of our home crowd.
Take me back to last Sunday night, because we haven't caught up with you since the win in Edinburgh. I wasn't at the game. I was following it. It gave me some palpitations. what was it like on the bench?
Yeah, it was fun. It was honestly, I think, if we're able to pull this thing off, I think that's going to be one of the biggest wins of the year. And I know they're low in the standings, but they got some real high-end skill guys. They play a tricky style. They're great on the counter, and it can be a very frustrating game at times. We got the first one, came out of the gates good. We had some other chances to get 2-0 up, and I thought it would have been, we saw how big that second goal against Coventry was the night before. We just weren't able to do it. Then they get one on the rush, and they get a very, very fortunate bounce to make it 2-1, and all of a sudden their confidence, their pace of play was through the roof, and we really had to, it was very gutsy the way we came back and just found a way to win, and I'm really proud of the guys.
How proud are you particularly of your depth players? Patrick Bordelow coming back into the lineup, scoring a goal, Chris Jones as well. Unsung heroes getting the job done for you.
Yeah, watch any NHL team that wins a Stanley Cup. It's always those guys that come through in the clutch. You need that depth, and right now we're very fortunate we have that, and we're going to need that going forward here to make things happen.
It was Chris Culligan who sat out on Sunday. Healthy scratch, injury. What's the news on him?
A little bit injured. Nothing too major, but when you have the extra, you need to give the guy the rest. I thought he was amazing Saturday night. Probably one of his best games of the year, and really, kind of the Chris Culligan from 2 years ago, and that was very exciting. So, hopefully he'll be, an option for us here going forward.
We spoke to Denny Carney after the game on Sunday night. Now he's been in the country, in the locker room for around about a fortnight. Everything you expected?
Yeah, he's great. Fit in perfectly. I think he was the perfect find this time of the year. Just easy going, good guy, great hockey IQ. He's picked up on the systems just so fast, so quickly, seamless transition, and you can see he's made an impact already, and I expect that'll only grow here going forward.
You've spoken a little bit about the game in Manchester on Friday, and it is going to be very tough, particularly that transition, and it seems strange to say, going from big ice now back to small ice, and of course Manchester with that effective run and gun style under Omar Pasha, so it's just a different beast for you.
Yeah, we're going to need a good start. Managing the puck in that small rink is just critical. Things happen so fast. Hopefully we can draw on the experience of playing in that building for 2 years. A bunch of our returning guys, I'm sure we'll have to, and there's going to be a bunch that we're going to need to be ready for.
Then we turn our attention to Sunday and the third Challenge Cup final you've been in a row as the Cardiff Devils, as you personally as player coach. 2 years ago, it seemed in the stands there's a little bit of extra incentive. The Devils going to Sheffield to try and take that trophy out of their rink. Do you think that will work in reverse this time? Do you think that will be extra motivation for the Steelers?
I have no idea. I don't coach their team. I coach ours. I know it's extra motivation for us being in front of our home crowd in our home rink. It's going to be a special opportunity, and I know the guys are ready and we're full of confidence. At the same time, Sheffield's one heck of a hockey team, extremely fast. We're going to need to be prepared for their speed, and it's going to be a very intense game, I'm sure.
You mentioned to me on Sunday, particularly the 11 players who have been with you for 3 years. They've learned how to play big games. They've grown into those big games. So Sunday, nothing's going to faze them.
Yeah, absolutely. It can't. I think this one's extra special just because it is in Cardiff, and whatever happens, let's just go and play our game, play relentless Cardiff Devils hockey with our passion, and if we do that, we'll have a very good chance of coming out on the right side of things.
Obviously, your roster is stacked. The Steelers roster is stacked. But is there anyone in particular that you look over on the opposition bench and think they're going to be the key guys, or they worry me a little?
Probably up and down the lineup. They have, everybody. Their captain, Jonathan Phillips, is normally on their, probably their fourth line, and he provides tons of energy. He's chipped in with big goals. He scored a big one here to get them going last time they were in Cardiff. You could go up and down the lineup. It's incredible. Obviously, the guys like Waugh and O'Connor, their goaltender as well. But, I think the big thing is focusing on what we can do and just being in the moment, really. I think if we overlook or look past other things or, start thinking about things that don't really have an impact on the game, that's when we get in trouble. When we play our way, it's very effective.
I know we do this question every couple of months or so, but just how far has this franchise come in 3 years? You're sitting top of the league, you're in a cup final, which is being held in a new rink in Cardiff with 3,000 people packed in. Ownership, Todd Kelman, yourself, Jamie Elson, Neil Francis, the players. How far has this franchise come?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have forgotten, to be honest, because it has gotten so good so quick. And, sometimes, me and a few of the guys that were here under the old regime, we'll have a little chat and we'll say, wow, look at this. And, you take a step back and it really is remarkable. And I think that's the message to the guys right now, to get to where we are, and especially for a home game, for the Challenge Cup final, we got to go out and enjoy this. It's not going to happen every single year. Hopefully it does, but, we got to go out and enjoy this opportunity and relish it.
Just finally, basically 1 month left of the season, 4 trophies very much still to play for. You guys ready?
Yeah, we're always ready there, pal. Yeah, we work relentlessly, so we're gonna have a good week, and let's focus on Friday.
Andrew, as ever, thanks for joining us on IceTime.TV.
Thanks.